The IMF, EU, ECB program with Greece has been an unmitigated disaster. If we look at what's happened to Greece under their tutelage, we've seen that over the last 3 years, Greece's GDP has declined by 16%. It's on track to decline by another 7% in 2012. This takes it to levels that were seen in the United States during the Great Depression. Unemployment amongst youth has risen now to over 50% and shows no sign of declining. The public finances as a result of this are in tatters. Greece's tax collections are falling short. It's developed very big public arrears. Now, the narrative that the Troika is trying to spin is that all of this has been Greece's fault. My point of view is that there's no way that Greece could have overspent and got itself into this kind of trouble had the German and French banks not overlent to Greece. When the IMF got called in to deal with the Greek problem at the beginning of 2010, it should have been painfully obvious that one was dealing with a solvency problem, not with a liquidity problem. Greece's debt should have been written down right from the start. One should have seen that fiscal austerity on the scale that the IMF was prescribing could not possibly work. It was going to drive this economy deep into recession and create all sorts of vicious cycles that sadly we have perceived. I should just say on a personal note, I grew up in a medical family and my father was a successful physician, and I noticed that firstly it was important that he made the right kind of diagnosis. Secondly, he didn't believe that bloodletting was a good idea. And thirdly, what he found that if he was prescribing a prescription to a patient and it was patently not working, he didn't double up on the dose. What occurs now with the IMF is that we're seeing Greece in this kind of straits, yet what the IMF is asking, what the program requires from Greece, is 5.5 percentage points of GDP of additional spending cuts in 2013, 2014. This would just drive Greece deeper and deeper into depression. There's no end to this, that this would just continue. So I think that this is really a great exercise in futility. I don't see politically, when 60% of the population are expressing that they vehemently oppose to austerity, that whoever wins this election can get the parliament to push through austerity measures on this side.